is next. And a good Tuesday night, everybody, in the AA Texas League as we bring you this live stream here tonight as we play the second of this four-game series between the visiting Midland Rockhounds and your first half South Division champions, your Amarillo Sod Poodles. Two teams continue the series tomorrow night as we play a Wednesday night 7:05 game. Don't forget, we'll wrap up the last ever game between these two ball clubs of the 2019 regular season. And now, fans, get out your scorecards as we present your starting lineups first for the visiting Midland Rockhounds. Leading off in right field, Mickey McDonald. McDonald in right. Chase Calabweg will be the center fielder, bats second for the Rockhounds. Calabweg in center. Third baseman Nate Mondu bats third in the lineup for Midland here tonight. Mondu at third base. Teros will bat fourth in the lineup tonight for Midland. Batting fifth, the third baseman Jonah Bride. Bride batting in the fifth spot. Batting sixth is the catcher and cleanup hitter Colin Thoreau. Catching. Batting sixth in designated hitter Buddy Reed. Reed, the DH. Shortstop Robert Fosen will bat seventh in the lineup tonight. Fosen is short. Second baseman Marcos Brito will round out the batting order for the Midland Rockhounds here tonight. And on the mound for the visitors here tonight, Midland, Matt Milburn for Midland will be on the mound pitching. And now your first half South Division Amarillo Sod Poodles. Leading off for the Rockhounds. Correction. Got you right there. Leading off for Amarillo, the Ivan Castillo as second baseman tonight. Jackson Whitaker will be the first baseman, bats second for Amarillo. Whitaker at first. Luis Campusano, the catcher, bats third in the lineup tonight for the Sod Poodles. Campusano catching. Batting fourth is the right fielder Taylor Colway. Colway in the fourth spot. Batting fifth is the third baseman Eric Heim. Heim at third. Center fielder Chris Muriel will be the DH here included for tonight's ball game. Muriel, the DH. Left fielder Lee Bloom will bat in the seventh spot for Amarillo. Bloom in left. Shortstop Manolo Capufa will be batting in the eighth spot here tonight. Capufa in short. And batting ninth, round out the batting order for Amarillo tonight, center fielder Drew Overstreet in center. And taking the mound today for your Amarillo Sod Poodles, starting pitcher Jesse Schultens. Schultens on the mound for Amarillo. And that right there is your starting lineups. Tuesday night baseball is live here on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Tonight, the second of four between the Midland Rockhounds and the Amarillo Soddies. It's baseball, it's the show, and it's coming up next. Taking the mound for the home squad here tonight, Jesse Schultens is on the mound for Game 2 of this 4-game set. 6'4", 230 pounds, and age 25 prospect for Amarillo here tonight. Leading off for Midland, Mickey McDonald, a right fielder here tonight. And we are ready for some Tuesday night baseball. First pitch on its way. And we are underway as the curveball is in there for strike one. Crispy Taco Tuesday, I will say. And if you got your coupons, make sure that you take that to Taco Villa, and that will be good too. 0-1. And that's going to be fouled off, and now he's down 0-2. Got to say, partly cloudy skies. Little breezy here in the Alamo, not the Alamo City, I'm sorry. Getting you confused with San Antonio and Amarillo. Going to say the Panhandle of Texas. And that'll be the first strikeout for Jesse Schultens.
Batting second, the center fielder, Chase Calabwig.
And now bring up Chase Calabwig up now. Got to say, can't wait for San Antonio and Amarillo to play together. So got to say that right there, 2021's baseball season. Total of 10 teams, 2 new will join the Texas League. Wichita and San Antonio. And now the count now 1-1. 79 degrees, partly cloudy. And what a beautiful night for baseball. Not too hot, just right for the nighttime game. Now the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. Crispy Taco Tuesday is underway here in the Panhandle of Texas. Midland will host Amarillo. And Frisco playing Corpus Christi tonight. And here's your starting lineups for the Rockhounds. Got to say, what a great lineup we have here tonight. These guys may have lost last night, but in hopes they could win here tonight and try to even up a series by 1-1. Now stepping in, Nate Mondu, as he fouls off a 2-seam fastball in there for strike 1. Beautiful crowd here tonight, and gotta say, just absolute gorgeous. Count now 0-1. And that 4-seam fastball is going to miss outside for the ball. Now the count will be evened up at 1-1. Schultens last year for San Antonio, playing in the San Antonio Missions AA ball club. Missions will only get a 2019 season in the AAA Pacific Coast League. And got to say, the Padres organization will be back in 2021 for the San Antonio Missions. A productive inning as we go through the top half of the first. So we go to the bottom half of the first with no score. Matt Milburn, 6'3" and 210 pounds and age 26, will do this one on the mound for the away team here tonight. Now into the box, Ivan Castillo.
Leading off tonight.
And we're ready to start the bottom half of the home first inning.
Castillo.
And here's the pitch. Outside that 4-seam fastball, now the count 1-0. Shout outs to get to you here tonight. Our good friends of Taco Villa on this Tuesday. Crispy Taco Tuesday. Don't forget your Roses Cafe. Also for Crispy Taco Tuesday. These coupons are good till the end of the season. And that's going to be fouled off. And that will be a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. And that's going to be line foul right in the audience and right. I've got to say this right here. Amarillo could get a upfront series if they could win this one here tonight. This 4-game set. Amarillo out in front 1-0. And Midland out 0-1. Jackson Whitaker on deck now in a 3-2 full count now. Gotta say the Rockhounds just really good ball club, winning 4 Texas League championships. And gotta say 2014 to 2017. Gotta say that right there, pretty good.
The first baseman.
First strikeout comes in. And Yvonne Castillo goes down for the first out of this inning. Now bring in Jackson Whitaker as he takes a 4-seam fastball in there, the zone for strike 1. So gotta say we are here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock on Thursday. Friday and Saturday night games at 7. And Sunday game at 1. And that's going to be lined right outside, and that's going to be out number 2.
Batting third.
Time now to give you the starting lineups of the home squad here tonight. And gotta say, these guys are just really well. They are hopefully trying to get this one into a 2-0 series win. If they could win this one here tonight, like they did last night against the Rockhounds. And count now that 4-seam fastball in there for strike 1 to the catcher, Luis Campusano. Campusano coming in here. And the count now 0-1. Here it is. And that's going to be lined right to the third baseman. Can they get him? And yeah, it's going to be done. Right there, as that will be the 3rd out of the inning. We played 1. And we go to the top of the 2nd with Lazaro Armenteros coming up to bat.
Lazaro Armenteros.
And we are here at the top half of inning number 2. As a 4-seam fastball is inside the zone. Now the count now 0-1. Happy Taco Tuesday to everybody that's watching this gameplay stream, and hope you're either at home or you're out here at the ballpark. Make sure you get your coupons for Taco Villa and Roses. Roses Taco Tuesday. And here's your defensive lineups by Taco Villa. And patrolling in left field, grand slam hitter of this season, Lee Bloom. Gotta say, he hit a grand slam in one of the games facing off Frisco. Gotta say, he's just a great guy. Hopefully he'll soon be called up to AAA El Paso. Gotta say, a lot of guys have went up there, and we will give you the names of the ones who advanced to AAA. If I could just find it. There it is. We got Joey Luceschi, Luis Patino, who was the former pitcher for Amarillo, had to move up to AAA El Paso. Matt Strom and Tirso Ornales, Brad Zuniga, Webster Rivas, Kyle Overstreet, Matthew Batten, and Peter Van Gansen. They all got called up to AAA El Paso. Gotta say, they pretty much were here in the Amarillo organization. And they pretty much got all called up to AAA El Paso. Now 1-2. And that's going to get fouled off. Now the count now still holding on at 1-2. So gotta say, I want to wish everybody in the San Diego Padres, those that got promoted to AAA, just good luck and be safe, make wise choices, and make life decisions. That's what you got to do. Now, play the game, and got to say that right there. But anyway, now bring up Colin Thoreau, facing off Jesse Schultens here in the top half of inning number 2, and still no score through 1.5 innings. One-0, here it is. And swung on and missed on that changeup. That'll even things up at 1-1. Now the count now 1-1. And that two-seam fastball is outside the zone for a ball. Now the count now 2-1. 2-1, here it is. In there for a cold strike 2. Now the count evened at 2-2 apiece. We got a great crowd here tonight, I will say it. Don't forget, our playoff tickets will go on sale beginning on the last game as we play the Frisco Rough Riders, beginning on Sunday, August 18th. And you can check out a package of the undated tickets for the postseason. You got to say that right there, pretty good, as Amarillo is going to try to get off to the playoff series. And now bring off Buddy Reed as he laid off first and second already in there already. Now bring up the number 7 hitter, Buddy Reed. Got a guy in scoring position and gotta say in trouble. And four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour, called for a strike. And the count now on 1. Last games of the regular season, 4 games set against Tulsa, 4 against Arkansas. And got to say, we are into the playoffs after that. We got 10 more games, and it's to be determined who we're playing. 0-2, here it is. And that's going to be hit. They will pick him off at first, but meanwhile, the runner from second will head to third, and you got third and second now with still 2 outs. Now they'll bring up Robert Poisson. And they're not going to have a play on him, and that will go down to base hit, which means a run is coming across to score.
The second baseman.
What was that all about? My goodness gracious. I mean, seriously. Now I'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Marcos Brito, as he takes a four-seam fastball inside the zone for a strike. And now the count now 0-1. 0-1 delivery. Fouled off, and now he's quickly down 0-2. Shout out to get to tonight as we wrap up the top half of inning number 2. Section 103 and 104 both. You guys just won a prize pack of more Taco Villa coupons. That's right. Those are good until the end of 2019. Gotta say, extended on those. And well granted, they are good till then. Now the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes, and that one's gonna be outside. Now the count now 2-2. 7 balls, 15 strikes, 34 so far. Gotta say, that right there, it's just, you don't see that every day, but evidently you look at it. We're seeing fastball gets fouled off, and now the count now 2-2. You got corners loaded up with a run coming across to score. And here's the 2-2. Fouled off again, the four-seamer. Still hanging on tight. 2-2, here it is. Outside, and that will load things up here at 3-2. On deck for Midland, Mickey McDonald, the right fielder. Up now. 3-2 delivery. And that's going to be strike 3 called. It got him right there. And that will be the inning right there. And it could have been a lot worse. But evidently 1 run comes across to score, and Midland up ahead 1-0. We take a break as we go to the bottom half of inning number 2. And we will take our first station identification here in the Texas League of Baseball.
Leading off.
Bottom half of inning number 2 set to go, and stepping in the right fielder, Taylor Colway. Takes a cutter outside the zone, and we are underway of the home half of inning number 2. Beautiful downtown Amarillo in the distance. Now the count now 1-0. And that's going to be lined right into trouble. Yes, it is. And the tying run comes up at second now, and that will be a no-out double. What a great hit right there. And now bring up Eric Heim up to the plate now, the hot corner third baseman. And that's going to be line foul right and left. Base runner at second, nobody out here. And a beautiful crispy Taco Tuesday night. So happy Taco Tuesday. And outside the cutter, now the count now 1-1. Last 4 games of the regular season for these two ball clubs. And the last 3 against Frisco and Amarillo. That's going to be lined right there, a base hit. And he'll get it right into second. And he's in there with a double, and the run comes across to score. And that will even things up at 1-1. My goodness, what a great base hit. You talk about situational hitting. Nice job right there, guys. And now you got the go-ahead run at second. And there's going to be another base hit. And that's going to land. And they will break the tiebreaker. And Amarillo is on the board. Now the count 2-1. And now bring up Lee Bloom. Up now. The left fielder here tonight, Lee Bloom, as he takes a changeup around, and he just swung and broke the plane. Count now 0-1. 2 runs already homed here, both coming the via base hits that we just seen. That's going to be lined to short. And they'll get him out at first with one down in the inning. Now we got to look at your defensive lineups. Patrolling in the catcher position, Colin Theroux. Looking at him, he can pick off a guy trying to advance from first to second. Got to say, you got to watch out for this guy right here. He's known for his bad arsenal right there. And look out, don't make him mad, because he'll pick you off like no tomorrow. Got to say, yesterday, Jordan Weems got a big fat bump on the head as he gets nailed. Like that ball just came in and attacked him. Yeah, that's Jordan Weems getting knocked in the head in 2019. That's from the Midland pitcher. Taken out after 2 pitches, and that was just it. That'll be strike 3 called, and that's the second out of the inning. Kabufa, the shortstop, goes down for out number 2. And now bring up the right fielder, or center fielder, Dre Overstreet. No, Overstreet is in center. Now I know who's in right, and that will be Taylor Colway, out in right for Amarillo here tonight. So I do stand corrected. Outside on the changeup. Now the count now holds at 1-1. One and one. Be hit to the first baseman. Then the pitcher will take this one out for out number 2. Out number 3, I should say, and that's the inning. So 2 runs on a few base hits, no errors. Go to the top of the third. Amarillo out in front 2-1. Leading off the top half of the third inning, Mickey McDonald.
The right fielder, number 6. Mickey
The right fielder here tonight from Midland. And he's going to take a 4-seam fastball inside the zone for a strike. And now the count now 0-1. Beautiful Taco Tuesday evening. And hope everybody enjoys after the game. Go to Taco Villa and get you at least 13 crispy tacos in 1 pack. It sounds pretty good when you talk about food. It's just making your stomach grumble like no tomorrow. It's like, dadgummit, just feed me already. Chase Callaway, go for 1, pop out in the first inning. Comes up to the plate now. And he's going to take a changeup for a strike, and now the count now 0-1. Top of the third, Amarillo 2, Rockhounds 1. Gotta say, Amarillo came back in the bottom half of the second inning. 2 runs on a few base hits, no errors. 0-2, here it is. And that's going to be strike 3 called, and there's 2 down now. And Schulten's getting his 4th strikeout on the mound for the Saudis.
Nate Mondu.
Now bring up Nate Mondu up to the plate now. Amarillo will end their affiliation with San Diego after the end of 2019. So gotta say, hope you guys enjoy the Padre days here in the Panhandle of Texas. Padre organization will move back to San Antonio, Texas. The San Antonio Missions will reclaim the Padre organization. And gotta say, Amarillo will get their affiliate from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Also got a new ball club getting down from AAA. There is going to be the Wichita Wind Surge, who will be downgraded from AAA. It's going to be lined right in the center. Overstreet getting this one, makes the catch, and that's the inning. We go to the bottom half of the third. 1, 2, and 3 hitters due up for the home half of inning number 3 next. Leading off, Ivan Castillo. Coming up now. Start the bottom half of the home third inning, and that four-seam fastball misses outside for the ball, 1-0. Swung on and missed that four-seamer. Now the count now 1-1. Got to see the score from Corpus Christi and Frisco. Frisco tonight playing their last ever 4-game series against the Rough Riders. Midland of the year playing their last 4-game set at Amarillo. And that's in there for a third strike, and that is out number 1 right there.
The batter, the first baseman, Jackson Whitaker.
Now bring up Jackson Whitaker. And that's a four-seam fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Beautiful evening here, 78 degrees. And that's going to be lined right to the right fielder. And that's out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Luis Campusano.
And I'll bring up Luis Campusano. Up to the plate now. Catcher for Amarillo here tonight. 0-for-1 ground out in the first inning. Let's give you your scores at Corpus Christi as they play the Frisco Rough Riders tonight. Scoreless through 4.5. And gotta say, they're trying to get in there. And it looks like Amarillo, correction again, I do apologize. Corpus Christi just bringing in the first run. And now they lead by a 1-0 early lead. Now Corpus Christi and Frisco. And Midland and Amarillo here tonight. Frisco will come to Amarillo after their 4-game set with Corpus Christi. Now bring up 2-2. Two and two. Outside on the four-seam fastball. Now the count now 3 balls, 2 strikes. And now on deck, the right fielder, Taylor Colway. Three and two. That's going to be lined right there at the second baseman. He jumps up and makes the play. And another one right there at Marcos Britos. Look at this act right here. He's like, I got it. I got it. We played 3 full, and we head to the top of the 4th with Amarillo out in front by 2-1.
Leading off for Midland, the left fielder.
The left fielder, Lazaro Armenteros, out now to start the top half of the 4th inning. First pitch on its way. It's going to be lined. And more trouble it is, and there it is. It's over the wall for a ground.
The first baseman, number 5, Jonah Bride.
And I'll bring up the first baseman here tonight, Jonah Bride. Bride coming in here with a ground rule double. And going to pick him off instead of throwing him out at third. And the tying run coming up now just 90 feet away from scoring. Colin Thoreau walk in the second inning. Approaching the plate now here tonight. And that's going to be a changeup outside the zone. Now the count 1-0. Boy, howdy, I do got to say, Corpus Christi just getting back in there. And they got something cooking here. One and one, here it is. That's going to be lined right there. And that going to bring in the tying run. Here he comes. And he is across to score. And now we're evened up at 2-2.
Buddy Reed.
Now bring up the DH here, Buddy Reed. Coming up now, ground out in the second inning. 0 for 1. On 1, here it is. In there for a code strike 1. Corpus Christi scoring 3 more runs on that 1 run. And now they are up 4-0 against Frisco. And that's going to be a base hit right up in the middle in the center field position. And he's going to be aboard with a 2-out base hit.
The shortstop, Robert Poisson.
Now bring up Robert Poisson up now. Looking for a strikeout. Here it is, and that's going to be a ball outside for that four-seam fastball. Now the count now 1-0. 1-0 delivery. Swing on and miss, outclassed by that four-seamer for strike 1. Oh, goodness gracious me. Outside the four-seam fastball. Now the count holds at 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1, here it is. And that right there. And the count now 2-2. And that's going to be a base hit right in the center, and they got 2 guys now on.
Now batter, second baseman.
I apologize, I was looking at something. And now I'll bring up the second baseman, Marcos Britos, and that's going to be a base hit right there. And the go-ahead run is across to score. And Midland now breaks the tiebreaker, and they will lead by 3-2.
Mickey McDonald.
And I'll bring up Mickey McDonald up to the plate now. Mickey McDonald in right field tonight. 0 for 2, strikeout and flyout here in this contest this evening. Top of the 4th, 3-2 our score. And swung on and missed, and now the count now 1-1. One and one, here it is. Outside that four-seam fastball. Now the count now 2-1. So Jesse Schulten's now up to 63 pitches. Gotta say, it is not the end of his rope. And that will be outside for ball 3. Now the count now 3-1, and on deck Chase Calabweg. And hoping to get in here. And that's going to be lined foul right and left. The pause for the strikeout. Here it is. And that curveball gets fouled off, and he'll stay alive for one more chance. 3-2. And fouled off again. Still hanging with him here. Still holding at 3-2 on a full count. 3-2. Here it is. And that's going to be lined right to the shortstop, and that will get him out of danger. And 2 runs and a few base hits, no errors for Midland. The Rockhounds out in front, 3-2. Bottom of the 4th coming up with Taylor Colway, the right fielder. Into the box now, Taylor Colway, the right fielder tonight. 1 for 1, a double and a run. Come across to score here tonight. And try to get up in this one and try to get back in the race. Race to whether or not Amarillo wins tonight and lead the series 2-0. And hopefully trying to get up in there here this evening. Popped up. And are they going to get him? Yes, they will. Right at the footstep right there for out number 1.
Third baseman, Eric Hine.
Now bring up Eric Hine. 1 for 1. A double. Came across to score. The third baseman here tonight. Lined right there at short for out number 2.
Now
2 quick outs here to start the bottom of the 4th inning. And now bring up the designated hitter, Chris Muriel. 1 for 1, a double and an RBI here tonight. Beautiful blue sky, but evidently it is partly cloudy. Got a few clouds in the background. Gotta say, that's okay when you're having an absolute good night. Swung on and missed that 4-seam fastball. Now the count now on 2. Taco Tuesday presented by Taco Villa and Roses. Lined right in the center, a base hit. And that will bring the tying run up at first. And 2 outs in this one.
Lee Bloom.
And that'll bring up Lee Bloom up to the plate now. The left fielder and Grand Slam hitter of the year. Right at the 3rd, and that's the side retired. Just 1 hit only in this one. We go to the top of the 5th with Chase Calabweg next. Leading off the top of the 5th inning, Chase Calabweg.
Chase Calabweg.
Pitch count now for Amarillo, 68. And already their 69th pitch of this game here in the top half of the 5th inning. Amarillo may need to switch out the pitcher after the 7th inning, and that's going to be lined right there at 3rd. Gets that out for the first out of the inning. Yo, what a play right there.
The third baseman, Nate Mondu.
Now bring up the Midland third baseman, Nate Mondu. 0 for 2, strikeout and fly out. First pitch on its way, and that's going to be lined right in the left. And that's the second out of the inning. And the third baseman goes down as the second sacrifice
Now batting, the left fielder
of this top of the fifth inning frame. Now bring up Lazaro Armenteros. In now for a 1-for-2, a double, and a single. Here we go with this one. And change up inside the zone. Now the count now on 1. Oh, and 1 delivery. Here it is. And that gets fouled off. Now the count now on 2. Jesse Schulten's 20 balls, 53 strikes, total 73 pitches through 5 2/3 innings for Schulten's. 0-2, here it is. Right to the hot corner. And they'll get him out at first, and that's the side retired. We go to the bottom half of the fifth. Midland out in front, 3-2. Lean off the inning, the shortstop Manolo Capufa.
Number 89.
0-1. And a strikeout in the second inning. Right to short. And there's out number 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, Dre.
Now bring up the center fielder, Dre Overstreet. Here in this game this evening. 0-for-1 here tonight. Takes a changeup outside the zone for the ball. Now the count now 1-0. Matt Milburn very consistent on pitches, 48 so far. I gotta say, Amarillo's just not very well on pitching for their side. Cutter is in there for a cold strike 1. And now the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1, here it is. And that's going to be line foul. And that right there gets fouled off. And hoping to bring in another one. And that's going to be popped up. Chasing after it, the shortstop makes the play for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, Ivan Castillo.
And now bring up the second baseman, Ivan Castillo. 0-for-2, 2 strikeouts here tonight. 0-for-2 here in the game here this evening. In there for a strike. Oh, correction. Outside for the ball, 1-0. I was going to say in there for strike, but correction, I stand corrected. 1-0, here it is. And I'll say it, 4-seam fastball, now the count now 1-1. I tried to pull your legs right there, but yeah, I got you good right there. It's like that one guy. And Mr. Weems took a direct hit to the head. That's going to be high. And look at it fly. Oh my goodness gracious. That looked like it was going to be out there, and that's going to retire this inning. Top of the 6th set to go, and stepping in,
Midland, the
first baseman, Jonah Bride. 1-for-2. And that changeup is outside for the ball, 1-0. Now we are going to see a pitching change for Amarillo, and that will bring in Michel Baez. Skipper out of the dugout, making his track to the mound. Gotta say, he has a great night ahead of him if the bullpen can somehow bring this game back into winning it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Michel Baez coming in now. ERA 3-3, 29.2 innings. And gotta say, that right there going to be pretty good. First pitch on its way. Here it is. And that's a curveball outside. The first pitch goes as Michel Baez is on the mound for his duties. Duties to pitch here in the top half of the 6th inning. And four-seam fastball. Now the count now 3-0. And on deck, Colin Theroux. Theroux is on the on-deck circle. Yeah, the 3-0. In there, and the four-seam fastball for the strike. Now the count now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, crucial count. And that's going to be line foul. Line foul right and the left. 3-2 delivery. And that gets fouled off. And my goodness, 97 on the radar gun. That ball goes fast. 3-2. And that gets fouled off. Still holding on to his shorts. Roller coaster ride style. And that's ball 4, and he walks him. And that right there, he does pretty good.
The catcher, Colin.
Now bring up the catcher, Colin Theroux. And he was a sacrifice fly in the 4th inning. Double play situation could happen here if they could get a ground ball and get a 3-6-4 double play. And that right there be really good. 1-0, here it is. In there, the slider at the corner for a strike. 1-1. Go ahead run at first for the Rockhounds. And this game is at a 3-2 Midland lead. Curveball. Now the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got to pull that curveball when he needs it. Hopefully he could get a strikeout. And hopefully trying to get up in here and try to get to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 2-2, here it is. Up top of the four-seam fastball. And on deck now, Buddy Reed. Game pretty long, I will say. After a long at-bats, and he gets a strikeout right there. And my goodness, a 3-2 full count, and Baez wins on the mound.
Now batting, designated hitter, Buddy Reed.
Now bring up Buddy Reed. Buddy Reed 1 for 2, a single here tonight for the 7-hole hitter. Yeah, 1-0. And that's a outside the zone for the ball. Now the count now 2-0. Fouled off. Now hit the home bullpen. And now the count now 2-1. 2-1, here it is. Outside the curveball, and that will be 3-1. And on deck, Robert Posen. Posen coming up on the on-deck circle now. 3-1, here it is. And that's high again. Ball 4. And it looks like Baez
The batter,
just
number 2,
losing it here, this
shortstop,
one.
Robert.
And now we're going to see another pitching change here for Amarillo.
Your attention, please.
And that will bring
Now
in
pitching.
Emmanuel
Emmanuel
Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Gotta say, danger as that guy right there just walked in too, and now you got a base runner at first and second with still just one away in this inning. Hoping to limit the damage. Here it is. In there, the four-seam fastball for strike one. First and second loaded up with still just one away here tonight. On one. And that's going to be lined right there. And that may bring in a run right there. And now Midland up by only
Now
2
back.
runs.
Second baseman, Marcos Brito.
And now bring in Marcos Brito. Up to the plate now. 1 for 2, single and RBI. And they're playing another run, and the 5th run of theirs is in to score.
Now batting. Right
And
fielder,
that right there will be a unassisted right
McDonald.
there. Mickey McDonald coming in now. And Amarillo just in a heap of trouble. Now you're going to have Lake Bacher and Yvonne Miller warming up in the Sod Poodles dugout. Her bullpen going to be popped up at third, and they got the second out. So goodness gracious, this inning's just been getting away from them.
Chase Calabi.
2 runs here in this game, here in the top half of the 6th for Midland. And that will bring up the next batter for the Rockhounds, Chase Calabwig. Up to the plate now with first to second still going on. 2-seam fastball outside the zone for a ball, 1-0. And a 4-seam fastball is in there for a strike, and now even things up at 1-1. All right, who do we got here? Charlie Cesar. Hello, man. How are you doing? Last football game of the season is tomorrow. Nice. Count now 1-1. Here it is. And swung on a miss on that changeup. Now the count holds at 1-2. Now, my goodness gracious, he's swinging like no doubt. Change up outside. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. You're good, Charlie? That's good. Good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you. 2-2. Line drive right in the center, and that's a base hit. That's going to bring in a run. And run number 6 comes across to score. And the Rockhounds making a little push here.
Nate Mondu.
And now bring in Nate Mondu. 0 for 3, a fly out in the 5th inning. Gotta say, this 6th inning is just so long. The Steelers are 12, and 3, I think, are going to be in the Super Bowl. I hope they go to the Super Bowl and hope they win. The Steelers. That's pretty good, even for them. And they count now 1 ball and 1 strike here. 1-1, here it is. And that's too high. 4-seam fastball. Now the count now 2-1. Amarillo look like they're just getting stung by a pack of wasps or bees, but they're just getting stung like no tomorrow. So goodness gracious me. Hopefully they could get out of this inning and regroup, because that's what they need. 3-2 full count now. On deck, Lazaro Armenteros coming on the on deck circle now. And here's the swung and missed. Get them out looking right there, and that will end the inning. 4 runs come across to score here. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning with Jackson Whitaker coming up to the plate next. Jackson Whitaker, 0 for 2, fly out and ground out. Ben Bracewell and Hogan Harris coming up. And what's funny about all that is at the beginning of the season, there were like 4 undefeated teams, and the Steelers were the last undefeated team of the season. Wow. They're playing a handful right there. They lost to the football team, and then the last Buffalo. Wow. And the count now 0-2 to Jackson Whitaker, 0 for 2. Pitch count now 57 to Matt Milburn. 0-2. And that's going to be lined right to the third baseman. Can they get him? Yeah, they'll get him. Thought they would get that one right there.
Now batting.
Goodness gracious me. Rockhounds look like they're going to win this one, and now bring up Luis Campusano. Line out and ground out here in the bottom half of the home 6th inning. Getting dark out here, I should say. Beautiful Tuesday night. And did he go around? Yes, he did, says the home plate umpire. That's strike 1. Crispy Taco Tuesday. And don't forget, our next Taco Tuesday is August 27th, when we're hosting the Tulsa Drillers. And this will be our last homestand of the regular season. 1-1, here it is. Line right to the shortstop. And they will get him out at first, 2 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Taylor Colway.
And now bring up Taylor Colway up to the plate now, the right fielder. He was a 1 for 2, a double and a run that came across to score. Line drive right into center. That's a 2-out base hit right there.
Now batting, the third baseman, Eric Hine.
Now bring up the third baseman, Eric Heim. He takes a strike in there for a strike. That's going to be lined right there, a base hit. And they got really something going on here as the corners are now loaded up with still 2 outs in the inning.
The designated hitter, Fred.
And now bring up the designated hitter, Chris Muriel. And that's going to be hit high. Chasing after it, the left fielder makes the catch, and that will end the inning. Top of inning number 7 coming up here. And Midland lead this one 6-2. Leading off this inning, Lazaro Armenteros.
The left fielder,
1 for 3 here this evening. And that one's a code strike 1. Up in the middle right there. I mean the loss to Buffalo by JB. All right, I'll see you later, Charlie. 0-1. And that four-seam fastball, now the count 0-2. Rockhounds out in front here tonight, winning this one, it looks like. So if they win this one, that's pretty good on them. And that's going to be lined to Dre Overstreet, the center fielder, where he reaches up with this one, makes the play for the first out of the inning. Jonah Bride, 1 for 2, single that led to 2 runs on the board here tonight. I gotta say, that right there, just pretty good. "1-0, here it is. And that's gonna be popped. No, that's gonna land for a base hit right there. Nobody could get to that one. That was a base hit just right there.
Now batting, catcher, Colin Thoreau.
And now bring up Colin Thoreau. Thoreau coming in. 1 out in the inning, and he's got a four-seam fastball, swing and miss on that one. And that's the first strike of this inning. 0-1, here it is. And that's going to be lined right to the right fielder, chasing after it. The right fielder.
Now batting.
And that's out number 2 right there.
Reed.
And they'll bring in Buddy Reed. No, Colway. Taylor Colway, the right fielder. I forget his last name. And swung on and missed on the four-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. Oh, and 1, here it is. And that's going to be right there. Are they going to get him? Yes, they will, and that will retire the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
And we'll get up this stretch, y'all. And Midland out in front, 6-2. Leading off the inning, the left fielder, Lee Bloom.
The left fielder, Lee.
Jordan Weems and Jorge Luis warming up for the Rockhounds. And did he go around? Yes, he did on that two-seam fastball in there for strike 1. The count now on that four-seam fastball, 0-2. 0-2, here it is. Down low, that four-seam fastball. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2, here it is. And fouled off. And still staying alive here on this one. And still holding on to dear life, I will say that. Hit to short. And they will get him out at first, 1 down.
Now batting, number 89.
Now bring up the shortstop, Manolo Capufa. Capufa coming in. Takes a slider outside the zone for a ball, 1-0. 71 pitches to Matt Milburn for the Rockhounds. And that's ball 2. He misses again. And that's a cutter inside the zone for a strike. 2-1. Two and one delivery. Right there, base hit in the left. And he's aboard with a one-out single here.
Now batting, center fielder, Dre Overstreet.
And now bring up Dre Overstreet, the center fielder. Do apologize if I forgot the right fielder's name.
Now batting,
And that's going to be down for base hit, and Steph right there. And time now is going to be called as here comes a manager, and he's seen enough of his starting pitcher here tonight. So if he hangs in the win, wins this one here tonight, that will be good. But if he doesn't, then evidently the L will come if this changes. Ben Bracewell, height to 6, weight 195 pounds, and age 29, will start this one on the mound for backup relief. Jordan Weems and Wadasim coming on now, and that's going to hit him. Oh my goodness. And right there, bases get loaded. And oh my goodness gracious, what was he thinking? He comes out and right there just gets him. Jackson Whitaker, 0 for 3, a ground out in the 6th inning. And a grand slam opportunity is in the works here to hopefully get this one going right now. Outside the four-seam fastball. Now the count now 1-0. 6-2 our score here in the bottom of the 7th with bases loaded. Fouled off, and good thing that one is fouled off. Taylor Colway in right field tonight. Do apologize to him. And that's going to be lined. Is that going to get down? No. It's going to be caught by the center fielder. And a run is plated across to score. And they will only have 3 to catch up.
Now batting, catcher, Luis Campusano.
And now bring in Luis Campusano. Jesus Zambrano already warming up, the right-handed pitcher. Warming up in the bullpen. And that's going to be hit to short. And they will pick him off at first, and that will end this inning. Only a run come across to score. The Rockhounds out in front, 6-3.
Leading off for Midland, the shortstop.
And now bring up the shortstop, Robert Poisson. 3 for 3 here tonight as we start the top half of the 8th inning. 9,304 in attendance tonight. Comes out for the second of this 4-game set. Taco Tuesday is awaiting for everybody. Comes out of this game here tonight. And that's going to get fouled off, that four-seam fastball. Now the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. And that gets fouled off. Now the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball and 2 strikes. And that's going to be line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, headed for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he's in there with a no-out triple.
Now batting.
And they are coming back here, like no doubt. Now bring in Marcos Brito. And there's a changeup in there for a strike, 0-1. 83 miles an hour for that ball. 2 for 3, 2 singles, and that led to some runs coming in. Say that right there, pretty good. 0-1. And that's going to be hit. They'll pick him off at first, and that will plate in a run. We got to say, we got the bottom halves with only 6 outs remain for Amarillo to come back and rally. Now bring in Mickey McDonald, 0 for 4 here this evening. And the slider is outside. Now the count now 1-0. Outside, too high, ball 2. Two and 0, here it is. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that four-seamer for strike 1. Two and 1, here it is. Outside that changeup, ball 3. And on deck now, Chase Calabwig. Rockhounds 7, Amarillo 3. You got to say that right there, just pretty good. Three and 1, here it is. And that's going to be hit to the shortstop. And they'll get him out at first, 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Chase Calabwig.
Now bring up Chase Calabwig up to the plate now. Lined right in the right, and that goes foul. Don't forget our game tomorrow night, 7:05. Thursday night, 7:05. Friday and Saturday night games at 7:05. Don't forget Sunday's game with the Frisco Rough Riders. Our last ever game with these two ball clubs of the year. And a 1 and 1, and that's going to be lined foul. One and 2, here it is. Right there, strike 3, right in the dinger. And that is the side retired. We go to the bottom half of the 8th, and Taylor Colway, the right fielder, coming up next. Taylor Colway, the right fielder, 2 for 3, double single and a run. Jorge Luis and Jordan Weems, the right-handers, warming up in the bullpen for Midland. And that's going to be strike 2 on them. Now the count now 0-2. 0-2 delivery. Outside, the two-seam fastball. Now the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's that Jordan Weems right there getting plunked in the head by yesterday. I gotta say, it's just so funny when you look at it. Just knocked him out silly. Ha! Just sitting there laughing at him yesterday. That's just funny. Gets bonged in the head. And that's going to be caught by the center fielder for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Eric Heim.
And now I'll bring up Eric Heim, the third baseman and hot corner man. Double single and an RBI that came in to score 2 for 3 here this evening. And that four-seam fastball is in there for a strike, 0-1. And that one's outside for the ball, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One and one. Here it is. Outside, ball 2. That four-seamer. Count now 2-1. 2-1 delivery. And that's going to be well hit. Chasing after it, the center fielder. Going to call off the left fielder for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Fred Muriel.
And now bring up the DH here, Chris Muriel. 2 for 3, a double, single, and an RBI. Come in across to score here tonight. And that's going to be lined. And the right fielder makes the catch, and that will end the inning. We go to the top of the 9th, and Nate Mondu will lead it off next. Top of the 9th set to go, and stepping in,
Leading off for Midland,
Nate Mondu, the third baseman here tonight from Midland. And a four-seam fastball, now the count 0-1. Oh, and 1, here it is. And that gets fouled off for strike 2. Oh, and 2, here it is. Fouled off that four-seamer. Rockhounds are out in front 7-3 here tonight. And they got a good chance of winning this one. All they need is 3 outs to claim the victory here in Amarillo. 0-2. And that's going to be lined right there. Left fielder getting his eyes on it. Makes the catch, 1 down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Lazaro Armenteros.
And now bring up Lazaro Armenteros. 1 for 4, a double and a run that came in across to score. And that four-seam fastball misses outside, inside the zone for a strike. Oh, and 1, here it is. Slider outside. Now the count now 1-1. One and 1. And that four-seam fastball swung on and missed, and now the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Gets him out chasing for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 5, Jonah Bride.
And now bring up Jonah Bride up now. 2 for 3 here tonight for Jonah. 2 for 3, 2 singles and 2 runs. 1-0. And that's going to be lined. Base hit right up the middle.
Now batting, catcher, Colin Thoreau.
And now bring up Colin Thoreau. Up now to the plate. He was a sacrifice fly, a walk that runned in a run here tonight, 0 for 2. Top of the ninth with 2 outs. Midland down to the final out of this inning. And Amarillo comes up to bat and has to deal with a huge 7-3 deficit. So 4 runs don't matter. If they could try to catch up and try to get back in this game and win it in the bottom of the 10th inning. Or should I say the 9th inning, because we're not into extras, not like last night. Swung on and miss, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So we head to the bottom half of the 9th, and Amarillo coming up to bat. Leading off the inning, Lee Bloom, the left fielder.
Lee.
Ground out in the 7th inning and hoping to extend the lead. Hit to short. And they will get him out at first, 1 down, and that's not the way the 9th inning's supposed to go. And 1 down and 2 outs left. The shortstop Manolo Capufa will make his final appearance of the night here at the plate. Gotta say, that right there, just absolute crazy. Midland jumps out in front, and it looks like they got this one well in the bag for their victory. Popped up. The second baseman has it, 2 down.
Now batting.
So down to the final out for Amarillo.
Overstreet.
And now bring in Dre Overstreet, the center fielder. 1 for 3, a single in the 7th. And this will be his final appearance here tonight, here in this game. And that'll be a curveball outside for a ball, 1-0. And that's a 4-seam fastball in there for a strike. Now the count now 1-1. And that's way too high. Now the count now 2-1. And taken right there as they're down to their final strike, now 2-2. The 2-2. And strike 3 called. That's the ball game right there. And that will do it. And Midland will win this one here tonight, and they'll even things up at 1-1. Series tied in this 4-game set. Midland and Amarillo tied with 1 win, 1 loss apiece. And this will do it here for us here tonight. And for everybody that tuned in, thank you so much. Happy Taco Tuesday. Don't forget to get your coupons from Rose's and Taco Villa here tonight as you leave the gates to go to your vehicles. And yes, that right there will do it. Have a good night, everybody. But first, let's get ready for your final line scores.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Rockhounds, 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the home team, 3 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 17 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
So a 3-hour and 17-minute game here tonight as we wrap up this one here in the Texas League. As we wrap up the second of this 4-game series. Well, gotta say, let's get off to your final line scores. First for the victorious Midland Rockhounds. 7 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. For Amarillo, 3 runs on 8 hits, and no errors. Team Xbox, hello, how you doing? Oh, you're back already? Okay, cool. Everybody doing pretty good. Good, thanks, doing all right. Very good, very good. Well, let's get you our winners and losers and savers here today. Player of the game, shortstop Robert Posen, 4 for 4. Yeah, I think he is, man. He gonna get it. He gonna get it. Yeah, I think so. Now everything's gonna come down the way it is. It's gonna come down hard. Amen to that, man. Winning pitcher on the mound for Midland tonight, Matt Milburn. Save goes to Ben Bracewell and Jesse Schultens tonight for the loss for Amarillo. I know, man. I'm praying for the same thing. So that was a great game here tonight. That was really good. Yeah, I know, man. We all need them. Yeah. That, hey, I do believe he's got a second term already. Just keep on praying, man. That's all we have to do. Alrighty, well, we are going to see y'all back in just a little bit. And we'll see y'all in a little while for Game 3 of 4 against Midland.